What's up? Hit him with a clap, What's up? And welcome back to another episode of What's Up? I'm your boy Fletch, and who are you, sir?
This is your boy Party Boy Crash. You can find me at Party Boy Crash on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
And you can find me at If Inc. That's IF_INC. Oh. So
I would like to take this moment at the introduction to tell people to go stream my song Beautiful Lies everywhere you find music. Party Boy Crash, Beautiful Lies on Instagram, Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, even YouTube.
Now, are you saying Beautiful Lies or Beautiful Eyes?
No, Beautiful Lies. You know, niggas be lying.
Listen. It's so funny because Chicago folk, we don't have an accent, but we got an accent. Because I said lies, right? And he said lies. I wanted to say lies, like, yeah, because look, they don't think we got accent. I don't think, I ain't got no accent. Look, quick story real fast. What was you about to say real quick?
Today I was setting up my childcare, and one of the babysitters that watched my kid, we grew up together. We went to church together and everything. And so when I called her, she said, "Yeah, but you're gonna have to drop him off because my car acting up." And it just made my heart warm.
That she said car? Yeah.
That she said car. I was like, ah.
Like, I don't drive no car. I don't drive a car. I drive a car. I do.
It's a car.
I drink pop. I don't drink soda. So,
nope.
Like I was saying, I'm on set. I'm on Abbott Elementary, and we talking in this guy from out here. And I'm like, I always get in this debate with people, and it's like, y'all Chicago people got accents. I'm like, man, they always say we got accents. We don't got accents. The dude was like, yes, y'all definitely do. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, I'm talking to one of my boys who's from Chicago, and he's like, hey, man, you want to go to, he said, we about to go bowling. He said, hey, man, you want to go to Penn's? He was like, what? You want to go to Penn's? He said, what are you saying? Penn's. He was like, are you saying peons? He's like, bowling. I said, bro. He said pins. He's like, you knew what he was talking about? I said, bro, he said pins. Pins is bowling pins. He was like, so what if it's right? And I said, he didn't say pins. He said pins.
To this day, and I'm never gonna stop doing it. I don't know if I do it on purpose at this point, but I never realized. So, I don't think I've ever said the word period.
It's pid.
It's pid.
Let me try to say, man, what's in that? Put a pid. Yeah, I don't know if period. I never said pid. Ooh, that's too much work. That's way too much work. That's way too much work.
Period.
Let's say like if, hey, your girl on her pid. It's too much work.
She on her pid.
She on her pid. It's too much work to say period. My homegirl says Costco. Bro, just say Costco. It's too much work to add that extra. It's too much work.
Another one somebody hit me with. They said the way we say shorty.
How do we say it?
Like I just said,
I'm about to say I don't say shoddy. Like I don't say that one. I definitely say shorty.
No. Like I was like yeah.
Talking about your kids.
Shorty,
okay,
whatever.
Yep. They be cracking up when I say they be cracking up. I'm like yo when we were shorties. They be like shorties. Ha. What? I don't get it. When we were shorties, I don't get it. We would go outside and you go that whole thing. Like even when you let me know that woo wop the bam wasn't a universal slang, I was baffled.
No idea.
I was baffled.
No idea.
Like what is woo wop the bam? Man, it's like yada yada. Woo wop the bam.
And right, like what's that Chance the Rapper? When he did it on that song, I was like, oh, that's just the Chicago.
It's just the Chicago. I didn't know that. I didn't like hitting the lick. In the stain or staining, like it's different things that these cats they don't know. I'm like, y'all don't know what that is.
Definitely don't know what a salt buck is.
They don't.
No, they don't have no clue what a salt buck is.
Oh dang!
Or even more,
$10, y'all. It's $10. It's $10.
What the kid when they like the first time I heard one of these new rappers say "bust down"?
Okay, is it not what we thought a bust down was?
No,
What is
no.
bust down?
So a bust down for the new generation is where you take a fancy watch and you strip it and put better diamonds in it. You bust down.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, nah, but yeah, I get it.
While we meant
What?
it as a fallacious woman.
It's a whore. A
That
woman that art loosed in a very good way. Oh, it's so many things that
Who Op the Bam messed me up.
that one definitely messed me up. When you told me that one definitely messed me up. It's a bunch that, like, I remember when, but everybody uses it now. Of course, everybody uses capping, but I don't know if everybody uses merch though.
No. And listen, I got a younger cousin. Like, I was grown when she was born, and she an adult now. She got kids. It's so weird. But she was like trying to tell me like the new Chicago slang.
I don't even know if I want to know new Chicago slang. It's just too much.
I don't, because it don't make sense. This is what I mean, right? If I'm merching something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the term merch come from? Like, we was kids and we say like keep it say keep it 100. We know that derived from keeping it 100% truthful, right?
But that's more. We ain't say that when we was the shorties though. We didn't say keep it 100.
What, keep it 100?
We ain't say that in high school. That's relatively new.
I don't know if it is.
Yeah, it's relatively new. Have you ever said that? Did you ever say that in high school? Keep it 100.
Like so much.
Never.
So much so I don't say, like, now I'd be like, keep it a bean.
You always say that one. I never say keep it a bean. I never say keep it a buck. Bro, I never. You say keep it a bean a lot. I was like, where does that come from? Keep it a bean. What is a bean?
Somebody out from New York I was hanging with.
Hey, you definitely said, and they say keep it a buck. I don't say that one at all. I barely say keep it 100 though. I really don't. I just like, baby, be real, B. You was about to say something.
I'd rather say keeping it 100 than to ever say standing on business.
Ever in life. I'm not gonna acquiesce for that one. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna do it. I just call me old at that point. I'm not doing it. You said, but your cousin was trying to teach you new slang. What they say?
Merch was the biggest one for me. She was like, and she was trying to explain it like, yeah, like, so if you say you're gonna do something and I don't believe you, I'd be like, merch it. I'm like, okay, why do you say that though? Like, why is it merch? And nobody can explain that part.
So the only connection I can make is, since it means bet, like bet, I guess I can only, it does. Like, if you think, bro, it's on my son, merch, bet. All right, on my son head. But only way I can say that is merch. Listen, I'm gonna stretch it. Merch, merchandise, money, bet. That's the only way I can make it. I can correlate it, kind of.
Too many steps for it to make.
Hey, but you got there. But we got there. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Shoot. Yes. But other, like, I had to catch merch. I caught merch when I first started teaching. Like, I literally, the first day we was there, I had to catch it. Cause the muzzles in there, they was throwing out. I'm like, they was like, that's when I learned cap. They was like, bro, you cap. I was like, huh? Like, cap. And I'm not gonna ask, or we're not doing. We're not gonna do that. Y'all not gonna make fun of Mr. Fletcher. So I had to catch that with the context clues, and then merch, just how they use it. I was like, oh, that mean bet. All right, bet, got you. And it's funny how bet can be two things though, G.
Yeah.
Bet can mean got it, bet. Exactly. Yes, we got it. Or it can mean bet it, like, all right, what you gonna put on it? That's funny, hilarious.
Or it can mean, my favorite use of the word bet is, I'm finna beat the shit out of you.
Bet.
Word.
Bet.
Bet.
Word. Bet. 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 The funniest one you put, the funniest one correlating with fight, when you told me you was talking to the person, said, if the next things out your mouth ain't these hands, I don't want to hear it, G. That was the funniest thing to me. I was like, yo, that's real. If the next things out your mouth ain't these hands, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear nothing else,
Bet.
bro. He pulled up on me and did all this. He poked me in my chest, bro. I was like, oh, that was the big, like, that has been one of the biggest changes for me moving to Georgia. And I want to say this to the camera and to everybody watching. I'm not pretending to be a tough guy or nothing like that. But growing up how we grew up, in the place where we grew up, you gotta fight. You gotta fight. Because if you don't, it's really almost like prison, bro. Like, if you don't fight, somebody gonna take all your soups. If you don't fight,
crackers, you ain't having nothing.
You don't have
you ain't
no
going to cheese.
No soup.
They taking your
honey
toothpaste.
bun,
none of it.
Nothing. You're not getting none of the Jack Mac.
They the cracker, the peanut butter and jelly crackers. They taking them from you.
They taking you gotta fight. You gotta show them that I'm not fucking around. I just want to go home. Leave me alone, right? Like you gotta fight, right? So, like when I moved down here, it's like culture shock because number one, it's a new age and they just waiting to shoot the shit out of you. Number one, somebody is waiting to shoot.
Like we're really
number
waiting.
Two, but just in other cultures, which it really helped me understand how special a place Chicago is. Don't get me wrong, Macon, Georgia is a really special place. We'll get to that later. But Chicago is just such a different place culture-wise. So, like, if somebody's saying something a certain way to me in Chicago, like, somebody, a fight is coming, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody walk up and poke you in your chest.
Instant, bro, instant.
And you don't just stick them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people would get whatever. And I had to realize, they just want to talk. Like, they just want to show you that they a tough guy. Because then I'd be like, all right, come on, let's go outside. And everybody's looking at me like, what? Whoa. Or like,
hold on, buddy. Whoa.
I worked security at this bar down here for a while. It's a video game bar. It's owned by white people. It's downtown, so it's a lot of, a big white nerd culture or whatever. So this guy had got too drunk, and the owner was like, hey, I need you to put this guy out. Now, I worked at the Factory.
The Factory is a club in Chicago.
And if the owner of the Factory had told me to put somebody out, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I walk over to dude, and I wasn't even that aggressive. I was like, hey, my man, I grabbed him by his shoulder and like took him off the chair, like, hey, you out of here, partner. And the owner came and stopped me, like, whoa, what you doing? I was like, you told me to put him out. He was like, yeah, ask him to leave.
Ask him. Excuse me, sir. Do you mind leaving the establishment?
You could have did that. What you giving that You could have asked him to leave.
Ask him to leave? Bro, do you listen? When I was doing security down here in Hollywood, it's a homeboy. No, not the homeboy. Dude was arguing with the homeboy, AJ. And I'm sitting there looking at it. AJ was like, hey, get him out of here. If I'd have walked up to him and said, excuse me, sir, do you mind leaving the establishment, please? You have upset the patrons and all the workers. Man, do you understand the type of laughter I would have gotten in my face?
Duh, listen, do you know, it be tripping me out sometimes. Them was some days. But you know what our reputation was at the Factory? Like, we had a reputation. They used to say, oh, they be opening doors with niggas' heads. Because I've seen it happen. It was a big-ass fight. Dude was being real belligerent after they had broke the fight up. So they carrying him out of the club. And he's fighting the whole way. So it's 3 dudes holding him by his legs and his shoulders and his arms, right? So they holding him like
a battering ram, bro.
A battering ram. And we had, the little bar door.
The push bar.
And they backed up and got a running start.
Bro. That is funny. That's funny. No, I haven't done that one. All I did pick this dude up though. I embarrassed him in front of a bunch of chicks. He was like 6'3", right? And I don't know. I ain't the biggest of dudes, right? I ain't small by though. I'm not small though. I'm not small. I'm 6 feet even, but I'm 250 pounds. And homie was the one that AJ was like, "Hey, get him out of here." And I was like, "Bet." So I grabbed him by the elbows and I picked him up, right? And his feet was like skipping the ground. So he wasn't on the ground. And I picked him up. Did I put him over the fence? I did put him over the fence. And so I put him over the fence. And then he was like, he said, afterward, because he was still woofing at AJ, who wasn't woofing at me though. After he said, "Hey," because he outside the fence still, "Hey, my man, hey, can I talk to you real quick?" I said, "Yo, what's up?" Because I'm thinking he like, "Yo, if you trying to fight, well, we can fight. I'm cool with you, we can fight." So I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "You didn't have to do that to me, man." he said, "It was girls all around. You embarrassed me." Bro, you should have been behaving at that point. You should have been behaving.
Listen, from somebody who works security, so you answer me this. Would you rather break up a dude fight or a girl fight?
Dude fight. Wanna know why? We can go right into it. Wanna know why? Because listen.
Why?
Chicks don't care who they hit. I had my first black eye from a chick swinging in the crowd. Why was she swinging? I have no clue. She wasn't even involved in the fight, Rick. She just decided to swing in that mug, hit me in the eye while I'm breaking up this huge fight with it was two dudes and like 3 chicks. That's probably, she just wanted to get a lick in. I'm pushing this crowd out the door. This broad in the brown shirt and black pants, I never forget it because everything went light in my right eye. She just swung in the crowd and just connected with my goofy behind. Everything went white. Everything went white. And she didn't hit me super hard. It wasn't super hard. Everybody was like, "How you know it was a chick?" First off, I saw it. Like I saw it at the last second and it didn't hurt, but everything went white. And I
was about to say she just connected flush.
Bro, she caught it. She caught me good. And I grabbed her. So I pushed everybody out the door. I saw her, I grabbed her, and I threw her down. And she looked at me like, "What did I do?" And Negro, you hit me. That's what you did. The homie was like, "Hey," one of the homies was like, "Hey, you know that's gonna be black tomorrow, right?" Sure enough, it was black, G.
I asked you that because the story you told before, I had a similar thing. It was these girls fighting, right? Well, matter of fact, you remember, it was this girl I talked to. We won't get into specifics. It was this girl I talked to.
Good job.
But the night I met her, she used to be at the factory all the time, right? I was there on my day off. I think, was you there with me? It was either you
There wasn't no fight. It was a fight when we was there.
Did they ask me to walk somebody out?
Was that one? I'm not sure. Keep going.
All right, so we was there on one of my off days. I was there with somebody. And so my man Sensei was like, "Hey, can you walk this girl outside to meet her friends because they trying to jump on her?" I was like, "Yeah, I got you." So like she walking on this side of me by the wall, right? So the wall right here, she on this side. I turn to look at her. And I go, "Hey, where your friends at?" And she go, "They over there." And I turn to look over there. When I turned my head this way, the girl that was trying to jump her went right behind me. And boom, she was a big girl too, right? So immediately I grab her and I got her like down there in the full Nelson, right? So my nigga Sensei, who had huge hands, by the way, his fist was so big. His fist was so big. So Sensei cocked back to hit her, and like I got her in a full Nelson, so her head right here. So his fist is coming, and I'm like, Oh, he not slowing down. At the last second, he opened his hand and just like mushed her. Right? At the last minute, he opened his hand and mushed her, and we both fell. And he like, get this bitch out of here, right? So I pick her up. I got her by her waist, and I'm carrying her. She was bottom heavy, right? So she was small. She wasn't like super duper big. She was just compact. Mm-hmm. So I picked her up. I got her by like her waist. Ball. I got her by her waist, and I'm carrying her to the door. And the whole time, she not fighting. She not swinging her arms or nothing. She just kicking her legs, right? And she got thick, like bottom legs. She got a little donkey on it too. So like she kicking. Isaac, by the time I got to the door, I was so fucking tired from her kicking these legs. She had a straight face the whole time. She was just like, right? I got her to the door, and I think I gave her to somebody else because I ain't had no energy left. She drained me kicking them legs.
Hilarious. I don't know if I was there with you on that one. I think it was there.
It might have been somebody got hit
with a bottle. Did. I think you said somebody got hit with a bottle that day. Me and you was there.
No, that happened. Oh, bro, that's why when I asked you would I rather break up a woman fight or a man fight, it's because I know, especially, I don't know if that was factory specific, but what I've noticed is when girls fight, especially like Chicago girls is different, bro.
I'm gonna see what you about to say. When girls fight,
they are trying to maim you.
Yes, they don't stop. They don't stop.
They don't care. Like men in general walk around right with this. I call it the average threat of violence. Right. That's me and you walking up to each other. I'm sizing you up in case something happens. But then on top of that, like the way men talk to other men, like, right? Like you talk to somebody, another man, like there's a threat of violence, right? Like, so if I'm talking to you, it's like, all right, let me be courteous because if I'm not, we're going to fight.
We're going to pop off. Yes.
Right. Girls don't speak like that. So like when men fight, like I'm just trying to show you not to with me or whatever, right? Or you've pissed me off and I'm trying to make you hurt, right? Like if we boxing, I'm not trying to kill you, right? We just having a fight. That's not how girls fight.
No,
they are trying to end your life. They want to take an eyeball. If a bitch can fight another bitch and just cut her nose off, she'd be happy. She wants to.
Something as Denzel said, I'm leaving here with something. Like,
listen, I remember like when I was at elementary school, like girls would talk about keeping bleach or lemon juice in a bottle. So like after they fought and they all scratched up, they'd throw lemon juice on them. Do you like?
Or they would walk around with locks.
Yeah,
they would fight they would fight with locks. Like there was a known thing, especially Curie chicks. They would have locks.
Or the thing when I worked at the factory, the thing they used to do because you know it's BYOB. Mm-hmm. So they get them little bottles of Patron, mm-hmm. right? And it's like you know how the Patron bottle look. It got that little lip before you pop the cork.
No, I don't. You know I don't drink.
You work at bars. I thought you might.
I am the security guard though. I don't be at the bar.
All right. So
Patron, that's the yellow one, right? I mean the green one, right? Green box.
Yeah,
I got you.
But they got little ones, right?
Yeah.
And the lip is perfect where you could just put it in between your fingers like your knuckles. Right? It's perfect for that. And they was going crazy. Like I watched a girl do it and it didn't break.
You talking about that's the one.
And she looked at it again and did it again. Like, oh, it didn't break. Crack. Like she was trying to maim that girl. It was one of the strippers. It was one of the strippers. She got fired for that.
Yep. That's the one you was talking. That's the one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. That's yo. All right, so we're gonna start to the Fletcher rant right now. The Fletcher rant. You ready?
I'm ready.
So when we before we start the Fletcher rant, we have to give a little precursor. Set the rules of engagement for the Fletcher rant, because someone likes to trample all over the Fletcher rant. So when we start said Fletcher rant, and it won't even be that long, it should be the Fletcher rant, not the Rickie jumping into Fletcher's rant. We ready? Oh, that's it. So now we give you the Fletcher rant. All right. Why are food truck prices so expensive? Listen, I should not. I love French fries. I love carne asada fries. I love chili cheese fries. I love French fries. Why am I paying $20 for this many French fries? It's literally a McDonald's tray of French fries. You making me pay $20, $25, $30 for an entree at a food truck when I should not be paying that much. I do not want to give you my entire paycheck for a trough of French fries, and then I'm still be hungry afterwards. And speaking of that, why are just prices for food that expensive in the first place? You go to McDonald's, they charge you 10 cents for the paper bag they put your food in. And they ask you if you won't say a paper bag, what you gonna do? Just not give it to me? You gonna put it in my hands? You gonna make me walk out with the food in my hands like some barbarian? What type of world are we living in where y'all charge me $85 for a doggone thing of French fries? It makes me upset, because all I want to do is just enjoy my carne asada fries. I went to a restaurant yesterday. 2 days ago, it was $15 for a wet burrito. Granted, the wet burrito was delicious, but I don't want to pay $15 for that doggone burrito. I would have paid $12 though. I would have paid $12. But that's all I got to say. That is the Fletcher rant. Give it a clap.
I don't have anything to say about the Fletcher rant except it really made me miss carne asada fries.
Hey, carne asada fries is one of the best things ever made. I'm going to just be real with y'all. Listen.
And you can get it 24 hours a day.
You can get it 24. You can get it breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, after snack, lunch. Listen, you can get carne asada fries right now. It is 9-something here in California, 9:41. You can go get you a fresh batch of carne asada fries.
You can get it in a burrito.
It's called a California burrito, actually.
I know it.
All right, bro. So hit us with your first topic. What's up, man?
All right. I would like to know what's up with Jerry Jones talking about his players' meats. Have you seen that video?
And when you say meats, we ain't talking about Arby's, right?
Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't know his players owned Arby's. I know, apparently, according to Jerry Jones, they do have the meats. So if you're not aware, there was a video of Jamie Foxx. I believe he was going live. He was either in a box or I think they might have been. No, they were in the box.
Definitely the owner's box.
Yeah, it was the owner's box at the Cowboys facility. And you can hear Jerry Jones in the background saying, yeah, he's got a 80-inch reach. He's 6'3", and he's got an 8.5-inch cock. What part of the combine is that? Like they doing meat measurements at the combine?
Jamie Foxx took that line off so fast too when he said that to me.
Listen, which I don't want to go any further without addressing. Bravo, Jamie Foxx, for trying not to fuck up the money. He's like, I'm fucking up the money. Exit.
You were thinking on your feet, Jamie. You were thinking on your feet. Good job. Because some people would have just been like, What did you say, Jerry? Meat, cock.
You know what? It put me in the mindset of have you watched? It was a documentary on, or not a documentary. It was a mini series that they did on the Donald Sterling Clippers.
I didn't see that one.
I enjoyed it thoroughly, but it's because I like shitty movies and television, right? Like, not that it was bad.
Oh, this one was called. This was called Clipped, right? It's called Clipped.
Clipped.
Yeah, yeah.
Clipped.
I didn't see that one.
Listen, the story wasn't bad.
I heard it was good. I heard the thing was good. Period.
The actors weren't bad. The casting was terrible. It was so bad. Listen, the only people they had Al Bundy playing Donald Sterling.
Ed O'Neill.
He was playing Donald Sterling, and he did phenomenal. They had Lawrence Fishburne playing Doc Rivers, which Lawrence gonna kill anything. I think personally, but he did a really good Doc Rivers, and the girl that they got to play the girlfriend, Donald Sterling's girlfriend.
Got you.
She was good. Everybody else was terrible. They casted those NBA players so bad. Like, do you know who DeAndre Jordan is?
Yes.
The person that they cast to play DeAndre Jordan was an inch taller than the person they got to play Chris Paul.
Oh, you know, Hollywood was like,
do a good job.
He's all right. They all look like anyway.
And then I watched it was Jamal Crawford and JJ Redick were doing a basketball podcast. And you know, they played for that team. And they both talked about it, and they was like, I wasn't even on the team yet. It just put me in the movie.
Fact check. People got a fact check. Hey, they got a residual check from that though.
I hope they did. I mean, NIL, right? But, yeah, no, the casting was dreadful. But I say the Jerry Jones thing put me in the mindset of that, because one of the biggest beefs that the players had with Donald Sterling is he would bring like his friends and investors in the locker room after games while they was changing, and not selling anything or trying to get them to sign anything, just meeting the players while they meets out and like serving like from the court. And so maybe Jerry Jones is rich people like golf. Probably better when it's free.
Hey, they like rounds of free golf. They
Jerry
like those
Jones
free golf tournaments. Free golf events.
Yep.
Speaking of the people going to the locker rooms, you see that the NFL is trying to they're trying to ban the journalists from going in the locker room when they're changing like that.
I think that's reasonable.
Because one guy was like, a lot of people just go in the locker room just for the meat show. One of the guys said this on Pat McAfee show. Shout out to Pat McAfee. He's like, they go in there just for the meat show. That's all they want to go in there for. Weird. He's like, it's not women. It's not women.
Listen, this is not the school he coach at now, but my cousin is a college football coach.
Right.
And I went to a game at one of the colleges he was coaching at the time. This was some years back. And it was the first game I went to since he'd been coaching, right? So we was in the box. We had a great time. Game's over. They won. And he was like, you coming down to the locker room? And I was like, for what? Now, when I went down to the locker room, nobody was undressed. They had cameras out. They was doing like, you see the Bears do the club dub shit, and they was like getting hyped after the win. That's what they was doing because I went down there. But I wasn't eager to go watch them put on their regular clothes.
I get to watch them take off their jock straps? Yay.
Oh,
get out
boy.
Of here. Right. Get out of here. And that's why Jerry Jones was like, he got an 8.5-inch pecker.
And listen, so while we talking about that, right? I like to and I'm not talking shit because I was one of the ones doing it, but like, because I think it was stupid. But like, remember we played football? We used to shower with our girdles on.
Hey, did you hear what they were saying on the what's the podcast with Bates?
The Raw Room.
He was like, "Hey man," he was like, "Bro, I was in the shower with my shorts on." What? They was like, "Bro, it's just part of life, bro. You just go in there and you just big dog. I guess once you get to that level, it's like, hey, it's cool. It is what it is. In high school, nah, bro.
Nah, we wasn't.
Girdle on.
I mean, because even like towards the end in high school, I would just shower because.
Not me.
Listen, I tell you why I started doing it. I just started showering because, man, after practice, them girdles stink.
That's when you wash. That's when you gotta wash them joints too.
Man, and then like especially on hot days, it'd be sweaty, and I could feel the sweat under the girdle. Like I need to get that skin. Pause. I had to wash because I didn't feel like I was getting clean.
Well, I guess y'all nasty Negroes wouldn't wash it at home neither. Listen, I'm washing the girdle there. I'm taking the girdle home. But we had like 2 or 3 girdles, so I always had a girdle in rotation.
Yeah, but see, then it'd be days like. When we was getting a ride, like if my auntie Sean or my daddy was coming to get us, because I couldn't get in the Impala stinking. I couldn't get
Your pop's not letting you get in the. And he had leather seats, bro. You not getting in Impala, bro. You better be pristine getting in Impala, big dog. I'm sorry.
Like he didn't want us to
in the Impala. He didn't want us in the Impala. He didn't want us in the Impala.
He didn't want us putting our football stuff.
He didn't want us in the Impala. What do you mean football? He didn't want us in the Impala. We were lucky to get in that bad. Listen, when we went to homecoming in the Impala, I was like, oh shoot, we in the Impala. We had to double up in that bad boy, but he let us in there. That's the only time I rode in the Impala. You know that, right?
Did I ever tell you, the year before that, he let me drive it?
Oh no, he let me drive it.
Oh, when you took me
I took you to Fort Wayne. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about it. No, but the year before that for homecoming, he let me drive it. He was in the passenger.
I'm about to say he wasn't in the car.
So I'm trying to stunt. I was like, "Hey, pops, you know, we get like 2-3 blocks from the school. Let's swap. Just let me pull in the parking lot, right?" He was like, "All right, cool." Isaac, this story is so funny.
I think you told me about this.
I'm driving. I'm cooling. I'm doing good. I'm 10-2 because I know that my life is at stake. Right? I know it was at stake with this Impala. I got in a lot of trouble. I knew I couldn't fuck this up, right? So I'm 10-2. I'm checking my mirrors every 3 seconds, like or whatever the stuff is, and we get there. So I'm pulling into the parking lot. As we pulling past the parking lot, I gotta look and see who outside. I gotta look and see who outside because I'm about to pull up stunting.
Oh shoot.
Just gotta see me get out the Impala on the driver's side, right? So I'm looking. He like, man, pay attention. I'm like, okay. So we go to turn into the parking lot, right? And he go, slow down. And he made me so nervous.
You put this.
I hit the gas. I into the parking lot. I didn't hit nothing, but he was like, Rickie, stop it. You scared me. Hey, I was so scared that I couldn't stop laughing. Right? So I'm cracking up laughing and apologizing at the same time. Like, I'm sorry that I can't stop it. Please don't hit me. He was like, so I put the in park. I go to get out, right? I'm like, oh, well, this is where this is. And he was like, nah, man, just calm down. Pull around. He rolled down the windows. He was like, don't try to stunt there. See you when you get out. I drove around. Boy, oh boy.
Oh, shoot.
Listen. Even you know what Mary told me when they first got together, like when we moved out to the 100.
What'd she say?
She said, if your daddy ever make me mad enough to do something to that car, I understand that I have to move to Mexico after that. She's like, I understand that I have to go to Mexico after that because if I don't, he will kill me.
Man. Oh, jeez. The tears was real just now, G. That's what's up. That's what's up.
That was not what's up.
Woo! Rickie, you scared me.
Hey, look, it's funnier than you because you got the mental picture.
That's why it's funny, y'all. Because Rickie Daddy ain't no small dude. He ain't no small guy.
Listen, let me take a minute. God rest there. Ricky Baldwin Sr., that's my father. My dad was damn near a superhero, bro. But in all the terrible, not terrible ways, he was very charismatic.
all the anti-hero qualities you can have.
He was popular for all the wrong reasons, right? Like he made a lot of connections back in the day when he sold drugs. And like, I'm talking about when he died at 49, I think he was when he passed. My dad was a regular guy. Like he wasn't a rapper. He wasn't no super big drug dealer when he did that. You know what I'm saying? He was a truck driver. There were so many people at my father's funeral that friends were texting me that they wouldn't let them in. And more than 5 people text me.
And it was at a big church. And it was at a big church too. It wasn't at a small church.
So we packed it out. And so my father is one of those few people who, in his simplicity, he was exactly who he portrayed himself to be. There was no deception unless you was a woman. There was no deception.
Okay. No lies are told. No lies are told.
I like when I can tell you about. I can only talk about this stuff because he gone now because I don't know what the statute of limitations of stuff is.
What they gonna do? Arrest him?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the stuff I seen him do, I didn't realize that wasn't normal. Right? Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I watched him and 4 of his friends and uncles or whatever, my uncles or whatever, beat the shit out of 25 people. And 25 is a generous estimation. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when they tell this story, when my uncles and my daddy friends tell this story, this is exactly what they say. Yeah, man, your daddy had us down there on the south side with all them GDs. They was ganging up on us. He's like, but boy, your daddy pulled that karate out.
Hey, when Big Rick was talking about, and we're going to get to the next story too, but when Big Rick was talking about,
I know exactly what you're talking
when
about.
He was like, man, these people scared of a dude in a wheelchair. Like, I wish he would have me terrified. Homie in a wheelchair. I shoot him with my arrow. Excuse me, sir. I think the line you're supposed to say is shoot him with your gun.
Nope.
That mug said, he won't even know what's coming until he hit him.
Oh, so because we can't proceed without me telling this story because I don't know if you know about this one. When we stayed in the hundreds, for y'all that don't know the hundreds side of Chicago, we not from there. So we moved down there. You know what I'm saying? We was pretty good with everybody on the block, but we still the new niggas over there. So one year, we've been there for a couple years. We good with everybody. One of the crackheads stole my daddy's barbecue grill. Right? He had parked his car, come to the crib, he walking through the backyard, he like, hold on. He went back, looked at the garage.
I could see him doing it.
What? Right? And so
then he come in talking about Rickie.
Nah, he said he went and asked Mary. Mary didn't know. He went, asked the guys on the block. They said they didn't know. So he come back to the house, he go back in the backyard. It's just thrown over the fence. Like, obviously, they found out he was looking for it, and they just threw it back over the fence. So, like, the grates and everything on the ground. I tell this story because now he knows who did it, right? He know who did it now. Now, let's look at our options here. You can beat him up. You can shoot him. You can call the police. Right? You got a myriad of options.
Got a few.
That's not what Rickie Ball was saying. He said, let me go get my ninja sword.
I remember this. Yes, I do.
Right? So my father gets the crackhead, pins him up against a car. Zorro slices his shirt, right, across the middle, and then pins it up, and he like digging in his cheek with the sword, right? He like, you better not even walk in front of my house. If you got to go to the end of the block, walk across the street, go around and come back. People, when I tell you, if my daddy's car was in front of our house, that man would not walk in front of our house. What you don't understand is he lived next door to us. So if you right here in your house right here, he had to walk across the street, walk past our house, and walk back to his house. He did that until we left that house. Different guy, man. No, and I didn't even tell the best part. So he did all that. They called the police on him, right? They called the police on him. When the police got to the house, my daddy was sitting on the porch steps with his sword in his sheath. Listen, they don't make him like that no more.
So, what's up with the in a certain zoo in China? The zoo has admitted that they, instead of having pandas, have painted dogs and disguised them as pandas, G.
I got so many questions.
According to the New York Post, visitors at the Xinhui Zoo realized they were being bamboozled when the so-called pandas began panting and barking. Pandas are native to China and are international symbols of the country. So yeah, the Chinese zoo has admitted that the pandas that in the exhibit were in fact painted dogs. And they have a picture. It's
Does
a dog.
Say what kind of dog it was?
A chow chow. A chow chow.
Listen, maybe if you said red panda.
Maybe if you said red. No, Rickie. Look. So you can see.
It look like a Pokemon.
Rickie, they didn't even try, bro. If you would have said red panda, yes, it looked like a red panda. You could pull that off. No, like Kung Fu Panda.
They painted a Growlithe black and white.
Yeah, they did, G. That's exactly what they did. Oh, shoot. Hey, bro, you get 1,000 points for that one. OMG. Bro, that mug, he said they painted a Growlithe. The fact that you could remember the Growlithe, Joe, is hilarious, fam.
Listen, this is what I always say. I'm 38 years old. I was born in 1986. I can tell you about them first 151 Pokemon.
Anyone after that, I don't know. The song, I got the song. The first 151. The 7 o'clock that was on the TV, I would have to watch the song to know the bus is going to be outside in 30 minutes.
Isaac, look at me. Articuno Jinx, Nidorina Beedrill, Hunter, Squirtle, Ghastly. I know them.
Like, because it's 150, what more to see? To be a Pokemon master is my destiny. Yes, I'm telling you, G, it's real.
But they done got off into some other stuff. Listen,
I don't know.
I get you. I don't know either. I stopped watching Pokemon a long time ago. This is what guy I worked with, good friend of mine too. Shout out to Ryan, big Pokemon fan, right? He was like, oh, how about this one? He showed me a Pokemon card. I was like, what is that? He was like, it's a Meowth. I was like,
that ain't no Meowth.
He was like, oh no, but this is a shiny Alolan Meowth. I was like, Alolan? He was like, yeah, it's a different region. And I was like, so they just ran out of Pokemon and started restamping them. I picture it, right? Like he walked in the editor's office. He was like, I give you this. He was like, what's this? A Meowth. Talk a little bit more. What?
Like this one doesn't speak though, and he's brown. He's dark brown instead of like beige.
He's dark brown, and his head is bigger and shaped different.
If you make him shiny, it may work, bro.
No, it's gotten so far out of my purview.
Completely, G. I was just in Walmart with my mama. I remember when Walmart didn't carry Pokemon cards. You had to go to a card shop to get Pokemon cards because Walmart didn't carry the packs. Barnes and Noble sold them, but they would sell out like that. Like you had to go hunt for Pokemon cards. And now they everywhere. They everywhere, which I'm good. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, no, listen, and that's the thing, and you know, because I be in my nerd circles now, like I know some dudes who play Pokemon or whatever. But when we was kids, which we the Pokemon OGs, that was our era.
It was
the first 151. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for everybody, but none of us knew how to play that game.
We just had the cards, G. We just had the cards. I just knew that Zapdos had 100. He had a hit point of 100. Like if he hit you, it's 100. So if you ain't got 100, you dead. Like so, I throw out Zapdos, Gyarados, Charizard, and I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That's all. When they had the energy card, like what does this do? I don't. The pro trainer card. What is that for? Like I don't know what that does. Hey,
couldn't tell you.
We just gonna keep it simplistic. I'm gonna give you these numbers. I'm gonna subtract what your number is, and that's how many points you got left. If you don't survive that, you dead. I win.
Yeah, no. So
pretty much, pretty simple to me. I'm gonna let y'all know real fast. That black fuzzy thing moving in the back of Rickie's head. If I didn't know it was a cat, I'd be like, bro, it's a demon in the room with you.
Oh yeah, that's Mochi. I had to move his bowl somewhere high because my baby was getting in his bowl.
Which baby?
Atticus.
So
that's why he's wet.
That's why he's wet. So look. So Rickie called me one day. He said, "Bro, August is always wet. G. August is the oldest one." He was like, oh, "I don't know why he's wet. He's just always wet." And the problem is, I was about to call the boy Aggie. Agathis. Atticus is always wet too, but he can't walk. He why is this baby wet?
Listen, this is what I say. People who don't have kids, right? If you have a kid that can walk and he's out of your sight, especially boys, right? If you got a little boy and he can walk and he's out of your sight, he's playing in the toilet. I don't know why they like the toilet. He's playing in the toilet. So when my son come touch me wet, I know showers and baths need to happen because I understand, right? So if my baby's wet and he can't reach the toilet, I'm confused. I'm panicking.
What is this water?
Because I don't know why just his hands are wet.
All the while, August is in the background talking about, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is.
I was like, is he dunking him? What is happening?
That is hilarious. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Yeah. I would like to know what's up with Stephon Diggs and Cardi B.
Okay. Listen, what you mean?
So apparently, according to the report, Offset, who Cardi B is his estranged wife, I gotta put a emphasis on estranged because they're not together. But he uncovered some texts in Cardi's B phone about them hanging out and even having sex.
While she was pregnant, right?
I think while she was pregnant, while she was 8 months pregnant.
I guess you can't get her no pregnanter.
Yeah, right. But let me ask you this, right? So if I'm Offset, I'm specifically saying if I'm Offset because I don't think I ever seen a nigga worse at cheating. He get caught so much. He probably get caught on the conception of the thought. She be waiting and this nigga is sloppy, but with his spotty past with his wife, how do you think he addresses this?
So it's a known fact that men don't handle their wives cheating on them if they're cheating good at all. It's a known fact that men cannot handle that. They can go out and cheat as much as they want, and the woman can take them back every time. They can go cheat 5, 6, 7 times, and the woman take them back all them times, right? And they'll feel like that's supposed to happen. The chick will cheat once, and the dude is distraught. His world is over. So how do I think? I don't know.
Because I mean, I had a relationship where I cheated. And I got caught. And I knew the lick back was coming. Right? So I was pretty able to make myself comfortable with the idea. And then when I found out about it, I think it was easier for me to get over it because I had prepared myself for knowing it was coming.
Got you.
Oh, but I felt it. I had to go in the room with myself like, you dirty bitch. But this is what I did do, what I didn't do, and I made sure I didn't. And I can't tell people how to live their lives, but this is my recommendation. I ain't asked no questions.
not a one.
I ain't asked not one. I don't want to know what
that
happened.
boy with the Mario Wine said, I don't want to know. No.
No. I need to know, and I'm glad I knew, but I don't want to know what happened. Don't tell me if you sucked it. Don't tell me if it was bigger than mine. I don't want to know nothing that went
details.
on.
No details
whatsoever.
At all. So, do I know if that's true or not with Stephon Diggs and Cardi B? I don't know. I at first I thought it was all speculation, but I don't know. Hey man, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. These things are freaking delicious. They are sour strips, right? But they fire.
Let me see them, because I can't see them. Okay, I'm gonna look for those. But if they that good, let me ask you this: have you ever tried? I'm going to get some of these when we start recording too. The Albanese brand gummy bears.
I don't like gummy bears.
Listen, while my BM was pregnant, gummies was my pregnancy craving. I was all about them. Any type of gummies, I don't care what type of gummies. Give me some gummies. These Albanese gummy bears. I don't know. Listen, they fluffy, so it's not like, you know how you eat like a Haribo gummy bear sometime, and you be.
Which I don't like gummy bears.
You be chewing them. It's not an Albanese gummy bear problem. They're nice and they fluffy, and they get a little freaky with the flavors.
All right, what flavors they get you?
Like, my favorite, they got a pear gummy bear.
Okay.
They got a mango gummy bear. I don't want to start naming the flavors and then I say something and you're looking for it and it's not that.
Like a passion fruit.
The pear one I know for sure, and that mango gummy is something crazy. But They the best on the market. I remember I had got into them. I was like, oh, I thought I had like some shit. Like, oh, they don't know about these. We had a drink at this restaurant I worked at where they put gummy bears on them. It was like a little frosty drink, and they put a little gummy bears on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was behind the bar one day, and I saw that they had the industrial size bag of them Albanese. Oh, baby, forget about it. I had a Ziploc bag.
Like you and that girl, you was like that chick at McDonald's with them doggone McGriddle buns.
Oh, yeah. Nah, that was I didn't. The owner would be behind the bar like, what you doing? Oh, I'm getting some of these gummy bears. Look out.
Move around, cuz. Move around, G. Move around, fam. All right, we're going to stay in this little sports realm right now. What is up with the quarterbacks in the league? Specifically, Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, but we'll branch off into other quarterbacks because we talked about that a little bit. So Justin Fields just got benched for Russell Wilson. And some people are like, oh, I don't get it because, they're 4-2. He's winning. He's doing a phenomenal job, like phenomenal. And people are like, I just don't get it. But then you think about it like, yo, Russell has some qualities that Justin Fields doesn't have right now. And Justin Fields still needs to learn. And even Justin said, hey, I could sit back. Apparently I didn't do something good enough. And I could sit back and I can learn what they want from me. And I respect that because, that takes growth for somebody to be like, yo, I could sit back and I can learn what they want me to do. So that way I could be an even more effective quarterback. I respect that because if he's like the big head, like, oh, F them, they sit me, they benching me for Russell Wilson. He shuts off any area where he can grow as a player and as a man to progress himself for the future opposed to this season right here. Because some people are saying that right now they're not a Super Bowl. Even though they're winning, they're not Super Bowl caliber, which I can see that.
I could. I don't agree with it. Well, not. I don't think that's the reason why they're benching Justin Fields. Mm-hmm. Justin Fields has done a phenomenal job, and I'm not even going to say whether or not they're a Super Bowl team with him or without him. I think the reason that they're starting Russell Wilson now that he's healthy is because that's who you paid to play quarterback. If I'm paying you $7 million to play quarterback and they only paying me $2 million, I want to get my $7 million's worth. I want to get the dude I paid a bunch of money to play quarterback to go play quarterback. So whether Russell Wilson is there or not next year, he's gonna play this year. If he's healthy, he's gonna play. I at least gotta
get my money's worth. I gotta get my money's worth.
I gotta get my money's worth. They got Justin Fields for a 6th round pick.
They got him off the clearance rack, G.
They got him for a bag of Funyuns and a Faygo, not even a Pepsi.
They didn't even get him for the what's the gummy bears you was just talking about?
Yeah, they didn't even get the Haribo. He got the gas station brand.
He didn't even get the good gummy bears. But he kind of like Russell Wilson was for the Seahawks, paying off in dividends.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was a Justin Fields truther. I'm enjoying Caleb Williams, and once I really saw him play, I understood what the point of drafting him was. But at no, like I can't express to you, and I've been saying this forever. Like I'm not upset that Justin Fields didn't work out in Chicago or whatever, right? Well, I am that it didn't work out, but like I'm not. It's not that big for me because I said when they drafted him, it was one of the most rewarding moments of my life as a Bears fan to watch them draft Justin Fields because it was what they were supposed to do. If you've never been a Bears fan, then you have no idea how many downright asinine decisions they make in the draft.
Every year.
Listen, I love Mitch Trubisky. Love him. I don't think he was the problem in Chicago. I think it was the offensive line for his style of play. I don't think he was the problem. But he never should have been a Bear.
Oh, he never should have been picked where he was picked. He could have been a Bear.
Right.
He shouldn't have been their first pick.
He shouldn't have been the first round pick.
No.
You could have got him mid to late. Nobody was finna draft.
Nobody was watching this man. Nobody was watching him.
In the first round.
So you could have picked whoever you needed to pick and picked him up second or third. He would have been there for the second and the third round. You wasted what? We went third that year, right?
Yes.
Did we trade up for second?
Yes.
We traded up for second for Mitch Trubisky, and nobody wanted him.
And ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, if you're not aware about the draft we're talking about, Patrick Mahomes was drafted 7th overall in that draft. That means he was available for us to pick, and we got, where did Mitch go? UNC?
I don't even know where he went. I didn't know who he was.
Nobody did.
I didn't know who he was.
Or even another one that they drafted. Let's not even go quarterback. What's my man? And he's doing really well now, and I'm happy for him. But David Montgomery?
Is that a running back?
Running back.
Yeah.
When I watched his highlights, I was at work with some guys. We was watching it. When I watched his highlights, you know what stood out the most to me?
What?
Him getting hogged down from behind.
Okay, I'm about to say, watch it be something bad. Yep.
Him getting hogged down from behind. He's explosive. If you need 20 yards, will he get you 50 yards on a play? Possibly. But he going to get ran down by people in the league that's much faster than him. And that's a problem. So not saying that he wasn't a good player, because I actually really enjoyed the time he played with the Bears. And when they got rid of him for next to nothing, it bothered me. But that old regime, so while I'm talking all this scuff about the Bears, shout out to Ryan Poles for rejuvenating, for making the sensible decisions at least. So whether we get better or not, which we've obviously gotten better. We started off season 4-2, if you haven't been watching. Whatever. We've gotten better at a lot of positions, still not good at the offensive line, but it's coming. But he made sensible decisions. He didn't wait to get DJ Moore when he was past his prime and 2 years from retirement. Like when we got Jared Allen and
anybody we ever get. Anybody
we ever got that was a name was at the end of their career. Brandon Marshall, as much production as he had for the Bears, he was in Denver for 11 years before we got him.
But I do thank God we got him though. He was definitely productive.
So glad we got him.
But the problem with the Bears is they definitely will F some stuff up. So going back to what you said, how Patrick Mahomes was still there, he was there to the 7th round. If we would have got Patrick Mahomes, he would not have been Patrick Mahomes. Everybody talks about. I challenge anyone to I will put your best quarterback up against Jay Cutler any day of the week with the Bears offense. If you think your guy is that guy, he's not him. Tom Brady included. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, what's the Saints boy? Drew Brees, even Aaron Rodgers, who I am a fan of, no post Jets. No lie. If you put any of these top tier quarterbacks on the Bears roster, they would not be top tier quarterbacks. There's only one.
Who?
I'm gonna see if you can guess.
Vic.
Michael Vick. You are pretty freaking good, G. Vick is the only one who could have survived on the Bears offense. Why?
I think he'd have thrived.
Because he gonna peel. Yeah, he made everybody nervous. He was gonna run the rock. If anything happened, Mike gone. Mike is gone.
Listen.
Gone. You only got 2 seconds and he out.
I think one of the special things about Michael Vick that we don't talk about enough, like with the running, like the moves he did to direct the defense. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to step here to make him shift, and then I'm going to cut so that he bam. And you know what I'm saying? Like his eyes and the way he broke down, the way he held the ball. Like he was, if you watch it, it's like a conductor controlling the orchestra. Like you move here, whoop, you move here.
He had them mugs spooked. He had defenses spooked.
Shook.
Boot. But to go back to what we said, so we was talking about quarterbacks, how you said this year quarterback class was probably the best quarterback class we've had in a long time.
Long time. I'm looking at and even some of the guys who overperforming. So of course, let's start with Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. Right. Which we'll get to see next week because the Bears have a bye this weekend, but they face off against the Commanders in week 8. And then we have beyond them, which I think they're the two standouts of the class.
Right.
But then you got Bo Nix. Then you got Spencer Rattler. Then you got who are all the rookies? Let me ask Siri real quick.
I was about to pull it up.
Siri, who are all the starting quarterbacks that are rookies in the NFL?
Okay, I found this on the web.
You got Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Jacoby Brissett, Michael Penix Jr. I think I'm missing some. Hold on.
J.J. McCarthy.
J.J. McCarthy. I said Drake May. Bo Nix. Is that it? I think it's one more.
Drake, you said Drake May, right? So we got Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, and Bo Nix. Yep.
What's his name? Wasn't in this draft class? Spencer Rattler? Yeah, but the production, man, I got to watch a little bit of the game tonight, and Bo Nix looked transcendent. I think, listen, the one thing I do notice, and I'm gonna liken, well, I can't because he won a championship, but it's kind of like in the NBA when Grant Hill came into the league and he was like 6'6", could handle the rock, shoot from anywhere, and break down the defense. But he was the prototype to like guys like Kevin Durant and or even like Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook, very aggressive scoring, ball handling, guys or whatever. And I think that this is the Patrick Mahomes generation. When you look at Caleb Williams, Bo Nix throwing those sidearm passes, no-look passes, controlling defenses with their eyes.
I won't say Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to say Brett Favre.
My ninja, are you a Green Bay fan? Because you've been.
I'm not a Brett Favre. I will let. I can't say it because people in Chicago gonna see this. So never mind. I won't say what. I'm not a Brett Favre fan. I'm not a Green Bay. So I'm gonna let y'all know I'm not a team fan. I'm not a fan of teams. Because the Bears sucked so bad. I'm not a fan of teams. I've always been an individual player. Even when I was playing, like I like defense. I like individual players. So I'm more of an individual player fan. Like, and numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Facts is facts. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying Brett Favre was the best quarterback. But he's a gunslinger. Like
he threw the most interceptions.
And the craziest part, he like Carmelo Anthony, right? They don't faze him. When Carmelo miss, it don't faze him. All right, I'm just gonna shoot again. I'm gonna shoot until he got the ace. He has the ace. He has the ace mentality. I'm gonna run it until it works.
That's like Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler throw a pick, go smoke a cigarette, come back, throw 3 touchdowns.
He got to win. Know why? Because the Bears' the offense ain't gonna help him. The line ain't gonna help. He got to smoke that cigarette to cool his nerves. So, oh man. All right, let me go back out there. So, like, so I say the correlation between Brett Favre and Patrick Mahomes is Patrick is fearless.
Yeah.
He gonna get that ball thrown no matter what. Brett Favre gonna throw the rock. He gonna throw the ball no matter what. If it go, it go. If it land where it's supposed to land, it cool. He gonna throw it. Patrick Mahomes has that same, like, I'm not scared to throw this mug. Some quarterbacks be scared. Justin Fields was scared to throw the ball with the Bears. And it's a little rich. It's like residuals holding on to him now, but he's getting better. Patrick Mahomes, like, I don't care. I'm going to throw this mug. I got an arm. I'm going to throw it.
Or one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch back when was it's rough saying his name down here because this is where he got in trouble at, where I'm at. Ben Roethlisberger. Like watching him stand in the pocket while a tackle is coming.
On him. Not coming, on him.
Right.
Like,
on him.
Holding
on to him. And then he throw a 30-yard dot down the field.
And don't get and he doesn't go down. That's the phenomenal part. I tell you, bro, if y'all want to see a quarterback never get this mug, don't go down. He a lumberjack for real.
Have you seen? It's a college quarterback. I think he plays for Miami. I think it's Miami's quarterback.
Cam something.
Is it Cam Jordan?
Not Cam Jordan. Ain't Cam Jordan a basketball player?
Maybe.
But anyway, go ahead.
Dog, watching him in the pocket is a thing of beauty because he don't speed up for nobody, never loses his composure. Like
what'd you say his name was?
I don't remember.
Did you say Jordan?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, it's Cameron Ward.
Oh, okay. Dog, if you watch any clips of him, like his play fakes, like he'll run a play action, right? And you know how you run the play action and then you like he never changes his speed. It's like it's so, but it's smooth. Like it's a pleasure to watch, and he get it out. Like he's not. I think that's one of the things that's deceptive about it because when you run a play action, you're looking for that change of speed, like to look for the play, and he don't do that. Like he's going to take his time. He's going to take his progression. I guess that's a luxury you have when you have a decent offensive line.
That's a luxury you have. You have that luxury.
But also, like, just I'm telling you, look at some clips of it. It's a thing to watch.
I try to keep up on the sports because of what's up. So I have to, especially when I do the live show, I try to cover sports, politics, and entertainment. So I got to keep up on what's happening in sports, what's happening in entertainment, what's happening in politics. So I definitely watch the college games on Saturdays, and I definitely watch the football games. And when the sports that I'll have to watch. So I definitely watched Cameron play. And I don't know who they play this week. For the last 2 weeks, I keep missing freaking Alabama, and they barely won. Like they barely won this last game.
No, wait, who'd they just lose to?
No, that was Vanderbilt the week before. They barely eked out this win. They barely eked out the win by 1 point.
Listen, this SEC country down here, right? Where I'm in Georgia, y'all. You don't know I'm in Georgia. This SEC country.
I almost asked you the stupidest question. I'm glad I didn't. Ooh, whew.
What? Go ahead. What was you gonna ask me?
Who's your favorite team? Auburn.
Go down! Go down!
Look, I almost asked the stupidest question, knowing good and well it's neither Auburn or the Roll Tide. I know this. That's why I stopped myself. I ain't gonna waste my breath.
But also, secondly, coming in a strong second place, I'm rooting for Florida State, even though it's not going well.
He's biased, though. They're not SEC.
It's a family thing.
They're not SEC.
No, that's ACC.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's different conference.
Hey, but they gotta. They listen. The kings of the ACC, right? They have been for the last few years. It's Clemson, bro. You gotta.
Oh yeah.
You gotta knock Clemson off. Listen. Not Bo Nix. Dabo Sweeney, and he be thanking the Lord. Dabo Sweeney.
Clemson will be in the SEC soon enough. They'll be here soon enough. Do you see what Texas is doing right now?
So, Texas, heck yeah. So
it's their first year in the SEC.
I think they should have went. They should have went when Trevor Lawrence was there. They should have went to SEC when Trevor Lawrence was there, because they was running over the SEC. They were running them over. So they should have moved there to get some of that SEC talent.
Yeah.
because
it's a totally different pipeline.
it is, and like people are loyal to the SEC. So the fact that they didn't move when Trevor Lawrence was there may have hurt them, but they're still Clemson. It don't even matter.
They're always competitive, at least.
They still Clemson, and the ACC is not league. What is it called? No SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big 12. What's the region? What they call the regions?
Conferences?
No, thank you. No conference is SEC. But when you got one that can compete with the SEC and beat the SEC, that's something.
You know what I often see, and people can call me out on it if you want to. It's just my perception. Like ACC teams play more of an air raid offense.
Yeah.
Like with the SEC, you go and run the ball.
But then you get these crazy quarterbacks like freaking Tua and who's before Tua. Anyway, they had like three crazy, insanely good quarterbacks back to back that could throw the ball.
But then too, nothing to shade those quarterbacks. But every one of those quarterbacks had a Heisman candidate running back.
And no, I'm not saying, but because they running backs be dogs. Trent Richardson, Mark Ingram, they just be dogs. But that's just the SEC. Their receivers be dogs too, though.
Do you realize it went Mark Ingram, and then he went to the league, and then who you just say?
Trent Richardson went to the league.
And then he went to the league, and then it was Derrick Henry,
and then he went like But it's the SEC, and that's just Alabama though. That's SEC focusing on Alabama. So
yeah. Well, I mean they was the most before the Dogs, they was the dynasty in the SEC.
They still the dynasty. It's just now it's gonna always be Alabama.
The same dynasty.
It's not because
without
Saban gone. Because clearly, it's up for grabs now. So whoever can grab it. But the Dogs do be looking good. The Dogs, but didn't the Dogs just get beat by them or they beat them?
One lost team. We lost to Alabama.
All right, there we go. So yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Moving along. Okay, what is up with Mark Zuckerberg being the Antichrist? And the reason I say this is because I want to see what you about to say. So I always had some type of feel about Mark Zuckerberg because I just like something about the man's face just gives me not good vibes. Like,
I can tell you what it is.
He doesn't emote.
He's a lizard person.
What's the show on Netflix? Deep Space. Oh man. Anyway,
what kind of Netflix you watch?
What is the? Come on, iPad, stop acting up. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Oh, it would be acting trade. Okay, let's see. What is it called? Inside Job. That's the name of it called. Inside Job. Yeah. So he was definitely a lizard person on Inside Job. He just doesn't eat. I've seen like the one interview where he started to emote was the last one when he talked about the glasses and how they translate instantly, and his wife built this Porsche. Before he got the long hair, he just looked like a creepy alien man.
I think he's working with people on that
because he doesn't want to seem like the Antichrist. The devil doesn't want you to know he's the devil right away.
See, and that's exactly why I think it's Mr. Beast.
Yeah, and that's what people would say too. They say, why do you say? I watched the whole video. Why do you say Mr. Beast is the Antichrist?
Now, I'm gonna preface this with saying I ain't watched no videos.
Which is so funny to me.
Yeah, no, I didn't see no post about it or nothing. I was just thinking about it like the way I always learned it, or the way my Bible teacher would explain it to me when I was a kid, is that the Antichrist will be likable. He'll be somebody that people want to follow, right? And so Mr. Beast's whole thing is being the nicest person on the face of the planet, right? But not only is he trying to be the nicest person. His name is Mr. Beast. Like, what you mean, Mr. Beast? Like Mark of the Beast? Like 666 Mark of the Beast? You know what I'm saying? So I just started putting those pieces together, and I was like, let's not. And then, like, and this is not to give this any credence, because, like, I feel like whenever anybody gets too famous or anybody gets famous, then people gonna start spreading rumors and lying and trying to tear down their fame. But, you're starting to see the cracks in this Mr. Friendly personality. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm always one, I look at the people you run with, right?
Right.
And like, have we ever believed that the Paul brothers were good people?
Never.
Right? So those are the people you be with, and y'all doing the whole prime and the lunchly, and that's who you be kicking it with, but you supposed to be this nice guy. It don't add up to me. And so while I look around at, the world we live in today, and people would like to say things, and I've even alluded to it in some ways or another, that people might say, like, Trump is the Antichrist. They will wear his mark upon their foreheads. They wearing the MAGA hats, blah, 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 blah. Trump's too easy to hate.
Very much. That's a good point.
He's too easy to hate to be the Antichrist. And so the person who's staying non-political and just trying to be the super duper nice guy named Mr. Beast makes more sense to me.
That makes a bunch of sense, Rick. I can't even, because I was like, hey, a few videos back, a few WhatsApps back, I was like, hey, man, talking about the whole political race. I was like, y'all know who should be president? Mr. B should be president, because he just does everything right. Rick, that was before I seen the video, and the craziest part about it, everything you saying right now is exactly what the person was pointing out in this video. I was like, that's a good point. I'm not saying he is. But all I'm saying is, I can see how he could be.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are putting this show on the internet. So if next week we don't come back for an episode, it's because Mr. Beast knows we know it's secret.
And or both him and Mark Zuckerberg. They figured us out. I'm the alien. I'm the lizard man. Darn it, they got us. Darn it, they figured it out. Shoot. But yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
Well, as we come up to the end of our That's What's Up segment, we end our That's What's Up segment with the Rickie rant. Rickie, take it away.
All right. This is I'm gonna rant about something, but I want to give y'all some context before I rant about it. Isaac's been my best friend for X amount of years. I grew up very Christian, and then through some pain and struggle, I kind of lost my faith. I have semi-recently re-entered my faith, and I have a very good personal relationship with God. And one thing that I don't like to do is to talk, or one thing I try not to do is talk bad about the people of God, right? Because we all trying. I don't think everybody's trying, but a lot of us are trying. But I live in the South. People in the South, there is no reason for you to put a church on every gosh darn block. Look at me in my face. It's 3 miles to the nearest grocery store, but it's a church on every corner. Can't we just double up? Can't people from this church go to that church, and then we could go and put a grocery store in that mega church building? That don't seem like it makes sense. Listen, I want the Lord in my life, and I believe that the church, if operating properly, should be a cornerstone function of the community in the neighborhood. But we don't need 50 of them. Can we settle on that? All right. That's been Rickie's rant.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Good rant. I don't have any. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to combat that rant with.
I was waiting on notes.
Nope. I've always wondered why, especially in Chicago. In Chicago too, it's a church on every corner. Sometimes you can get two on the same block. I've seen it plenty of times. They'll be next door, Rickie. I've seen churches literally next door. They share a wall. And you know these walls in these storage fronts ain't thick. So you can hear, like we're doing my praise and worship. I hear your praise and worship. We doing the same songs, praise and worship, might as well, because we all just gonna have one big congregation anyway. So if we're gonna do that, just knock down the wall and just have one church.
I have one church. You remember when you came, the apartment I was at, when you came visit me down here when August was born?
Uh-huh.
Me walking from my house to that gas station, I passed two churches.
And the church right next to it.
Yeah, right across the street.
Yep.
And then at the other end of that block, there was another church. And if you went the other way, it was another church at the end of that block. We don't need that many churches, though. And that's before. Look, that's just going this way. We didn't even get this way into the neighborhood. It was two more churches on that block.
You know why though, right?
I have an idea.
What's your idea? What's your idea? I'm gonna see.
Okay, so one of the things that I learned in my research of slavery and post-slavery times and Jim Crow and all that, at the end of slavery, one of the few jobs that Black men could have where they didn't have to work with their hands was ministry. And so a lot of people post-slavery went into the ministry to earn livings for their family. And that was all they knew outside of picking cotton for the most part. What was you going to say?
Everybody want to be a leader. No one wants to be led. That's why there are a bunch of pastors in church, a bunch of churches, because someone sits in a congregation and says, I can teach this better than that person. Or why aren't I in front of the church? So I'm going to start my own church. That's why they can't put them all together, because the main question you would have is, who's going to be the preacher?
That's crazy.
And that's why they can't coexist.
And another, that same thought process in another context. When I was a kid, right, it used to bother me. You watch like gangster movies, superhero movies, right? The leader always get betrayed by his number two, right?
Always.
And then you watch the movie and everything fall apart after that, right? And it used to be like, guys, don't you realize this will work better if you just be loyal? Why is nobody like, I could be a lieutenant. I ain't gotta be the boss.
You mean to tell me number two ain't making good money?
Right. You mean to tell me that you go to church and you don't, like, you can't just be a deacon? No offense, but you know what I'm saying? No shit.
No, real talk.
But just be a deacon if you want some, or be an usher or something. No, like
or play drums. Play the drums.
Play the drums.
Play the drums. I'm just saying, everybody. And also, people they don't understand they don't realize the responsibility that comes behind being someone's pastor. They think it's all fun and games because I can be a pastor. I'm supposed to be preaching. No, man. Anybody can preach. Everybody's a preacher. Everybody's not supposed to be a pastor. I don't want to be no one's pastor. That's too much. I don't want to have to listen. I have to give an accountability when that time comes. When I look before God, He gonna ask questions like, "Why'd you do this with that? Why'd you lead these people this way? Why'd you say this to this crowd?" I don't want that type of responsibility on my shoulders. Nope. And that's why it's churches. Because if Pastor John would just be cool with this congregation, they could get together and Pastor John and say, you know what, I'm gonna just sit in the congregation.
Or even, dog, like, all right.
Or switch off.
Right. You preach on first Sunday, you preach on second Sunday, you preach on third.
But then they like, well, you can't tell me when to preach. Who gonna tell me who's gonna? It's that hierarchy. It's a lot of that. So I might as well just have my own. So it'd be 16 churches on one block, and ain't nobody getting fed spiritually. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it right there. There. That's what's hot. That's what's up. Good good rant, bro. I like that rant. That was a perfect rant. Yeah, man, this was a good episode. It was a long one. We at 1:30 right now.
Yeah, I know. I was watching the clock because I'm hungry.
Get you some of these sour strips at your local Walmart. No, this is not a sponsor. I'm just letting y'all know these joints right here, they come in all type of flavors. They at your Walmart, your gas station, sour strips. Strips that are sour.
Also, one more time, y'all go stream Beautiful Lies by Party Boy Crash. Wherever you stream music, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I need to say my song out there, but I don't know the name of it. I'll get that to you. And I named it. That's the bad part. What is the name of that song? I don't know what the name of it is. I'll let y'all know in one of these little comments.
For the third man.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's some type of Afrobeat song I collabed with. But yeah, it's pretty decent, and that's what it is. All right, with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning into the episode. Hey, guys, make sure y'all let everybody know what's up, because it's just two guys giving you their opinions of stuff that we like. And make sure y'all tune into the live episodes that come on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. What's up, Pod? That's where we at, and that's where we at. So, if all minds are clear, you got anything else you want to say, bro?
Nope, just that thing we do.
Hey, with that being said, be good, be cool, and be easy. Peace.